So as soon as we started investigating, right away the light started flickering. So we went back to our room to get Raggedy Ann, and Sam's gonna use the app on her phone. We also brought the Mel meter with us for the first time tonight. Yay for that. Raggedy Ann is a doll that I bought at the antique shop. And for some reason, out of all the Raggedy Ann dolls that was there, this one in particular stood out to me the most. So tonight we're gonna test her out, see if she's haunted. But we also wanna see if this doll would draw the ghost children that are here haunting it.
Tell me where I'm going.
The spirit children were channeling through Sam and decided to show Sam where they were so he could communicate with them.
Another elevator.
I wonder if that's the one that gets stuck.
At the Hotel Montelone, it is rumored to have an elevator that stops and goes on its own. We thought we took that one. Instead, we ended up on the 15th floor. We lost our audio for a second. Right away, we noticed the light flickering down the hall. Sam, as well, had goosebumps, feeling as if a child was tugging at her arm.
Did you hear that noise like a baby? We start hearing a baby cry because there is a baby that died here.
It was a toddler. I do believe he was 3 years old. His name is Maurice. And every year after his passing, his mother came back to the Hotel Montelone to visit, to see. And his mother had claimed to see his spirit. And his spirit had told his mother, "Mommy, I'm okay."
Could this be paranormal? When you guys did hear me say, when I was filming, if only they can make one of the lights flicker.
One of the things I forgot to mention during the beginning of the video, Raggedy Ann is also a music box.
We're gonna test her out and see if she's haunted. Mel meter. Mel meter has a temperature gauge. It's hot if it's cold. It also has the EMF reader, letting us know if we're around electronic magnetic fields.
Electromagnetic fields.
As well as a voice recorder, just in case we may catch EVPs.
15.5. 26. Just drop back down.
Raggedy Ann, are you haunted?
21.9.
The kids that are roaming this hotel, you're welcome to play with Raggedy Ann.
You guys can come play.
Spirit children, you're more than welcome to come play with Raggedy Ann. Are you here with us tonight?
Talk. About what? Maybe it's telling you to talk, DJ. Just say hi.
Is anyone here that wants to speak to you?
Is anybody here who wants to speak to me?
Does anybody want to come over here and play with Raggedy Ann? for something long, but it didn't sound like a child.
Soon after, Sam mentioned she heard a voice, but it did not sound like a child. We decided to go ahead and investigate the rest of the hotel, starting with the noises we were hearing by the ice machine. DJ wanted to give it a shot and see if anything would appear to him.
Did you hear that noise? Came from the truck? No.
Turn around, come towards me. Right there, do you feel it freezing? You don't feel it?
Did you see 40?
It's 50. It's 45.
If you just want me following, if you only want me talking to you, just say something.
And sure enough, the millimeter started to spike up and very quickly went back down. But if you notice to the left, my shirt was also moving, but there was no wind.
Bottles.
We put the millimeter and the app side by side to see if maybe we could debunk anything. In this next clip, you will hear an EVP.
Right.
31.3.
Did it say why?
Deplete.
Definition of deplete is use up the supplies or resources of. Previously, the EVP read bottles. Could this possibly be talking about a supply that was used up? Right after, DJ felt as if something cold was touching his shoulder. Are you touching DJ right now?
It feels like somebody's taking ice.
And drops to 0.
I'm digging.
And over here it's back to 100, dude. Did you see that? It went up to 100.
Don't be afraid to appear yourself towards me.
We're not getting too much more activity, so we're gonna head up to the 15th floor where the light was flickering and see what we can get up there. Let's go see what this flashing light is. Millimeter says it's at a 0.3, 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Anybody here with us tonight?
As if the hotel itself wasn't creepy enough, just walking down the hallway, here we found another flashing light. At this time, I decided to go ahead and put my gifts to test, see if any spirits wanted to channel through me. As I continue, I end up encountering a spirit by the name of Kevin.
Don't be afraid to make yourself known to us tonight. I'm getting a Kevin. I'm here. It's a little boy.
pressure.
I can hear the children laughing, and I'm getting severe pressure into my left ear. Also, the audio is not very good in this
Hear
part.
them laughing. Like, kids' laughter like they're running up and down the hallway.
Past.
Dude. Why does she keep playing by herself?
I don't know, but I'm holding her. Like, seriously, I'm about to drop this doll.
We know you're past. But how?
Or did you just pass me and turn on the doll? It could mean that too.
I think so, because I felt like something went by me.
Right on the doll's on
It's
the
freezing
it got
cold.
Right, and then it said pass.
Did you pass it regularly and then turn it on to try and get her attention?
Right after, the doll mysteriously turned itself on while I was holding her. We decided to put her on the railing to see if she would talk to us. We lose audio and visual for just a split second.
Okay, now wait. Go to. If there are any ghost children who'd like to play with the doll, turn Raggedy Ann on, please. I heard shuffling behind me. What's behind me?
As I'm trying to do a normal EVP session, I quickly start to hear noises behind me from in a distance, and you can see me mouthing off, "What is that?"
Turn Raggedy Ann on for me.
That I heard. Sounded like footsteps.
I saw an orb with my bare eye.
I saw one down here earlier.
I'm seeing you. I'm feeling you. Turn Raggedy Ann on for us, please. I'm stepping away. If there's a spirit child, could you knock Raggedy Ann down off the stairwell? Or turn on her music box for us? A lot of people don't believe in you. So why don't you prove to them that you're real?
Alright, so it said here at the Hotel Montelone that this clock, the guy who made it is commonly seen in the face of the clock. And his face has a tendency to appear in the face of the clock. But I was never able to figure out this guy's name who actually made this. See, hand carved from the mahogany. Okay, so it's Antonio Lucio, and it was made in 1909. But regardless whether or not this clock is haunted, it really is just quite a beautiful structure.
To complete our investigation, we decided to end it in the lobby next to the grandfather clock, which is the most haunted artifact in the whole entire Hotel Montelone. Although, due to being overcrowded with guests coming into the hotel, we could not use the ghost box session. We decided just to do an EVP session with the millimeter. As you can see, the millimeter scrolling down, that it does change temperature. While the temperature is going up on one side of the clock, it stays at 0 on the other side of the clock. We didn't get much activity in the hotel due to high volume customers coming in and booking, but we do plan on going back in the future at a later date when the hotel is not so busy. The experience that we have was just priceless. We encourage you to stay the night yourself for you to decide whether it's haunted or not. But one thing is for sure, we're definitely going to have this in our books to go back and check it out. It was built in 1886 and it's one of the most luxury hotels in the city of New Orleans. Another interesting fact about this hotel is they say that they don't have a 13th floor. Out of superstitions, they decided to go 11th, 12th, 14th, and 15th. So technically, when they say the most haunted floor is the 13th floor, it's technically the 14th floor. So if you ever decide to stay a night at the Hotel Montelone, we suggest that you ask for the 14th floor, and then you will get your most activity. Although, while we were actually in the hotel filming, we had the most activity in our room that we were staying in.
So we're not really getting very high ratings from it.
Not this side, but the other side.
The other side we got up to a 6.6. So we're back to a 4.7. The temperature staying about 71.8, 71.7. I mean, 71.5. It's a 6.00.
A lot of sixes.
There is a lot of sixes coming from this clock. And the temperature dropped just a little. So not very high ratings, but we're getting ratings from it.
Well, let the audience decide that for themselves.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed your stay at the Hotel Montelone, and see you next time on All Things Paranormal.